Good morning, guys. Today we are going to try to attempt to do a power steering flush using an alternative method. And you know me, I love them shortcuts. So let's check out the power steering fluid. From the outside you can totally tell it's looking pretty black. You're looking at it, it looks pretty black also. You want like this bright pinkish color, just like your coolant, and it's looking pretty dark and black. And it's been 3 years already, guys. Okay, I've noticed a lot of people are also using the turkey baster method where you suck out all the fluid from here using a battery syringe or something. You don't need that, guys. Don't go wasting 12 bucks on a turkey baster. A lot of people are resorting to lifting up their car just so they could spin their wheels left and right and right and left and left and right. You don't need to do that either, guys. That's just going to put a bald spot in your tires. And also, you're going to have to jack up your car if you don't want a bald spot. No, that's going the long way, guys. We're going to use an alternative method. Let me show you how. So I went online and I bought an oil extractor. It's a suction pump that pumps oil out of any canister or any tank that you hook up to. Okay, so this is made by Briggs and Stratton, right? It's made by Briggs and Stratton. It's to extract oil out of a lawnmower, but I think we can use this for our power steering fluid. We also have, your car GX460 calls out for Dextron 2 or 3, and if you look in the back, it's compatible. Dextron 2 or 3, so I use Mobile 1. You know why I use Mobile 1. Great name brand, trusted name brand. So let's go ahead and check out this Briggs and Stratton pump, and let's put it together. Let's open this up. Let's check out what's in here. Okay, we got some tubes. Okay, so this is why you don't need a turkey baster, guys. Let me show you why you don't need a turkey baster and why this is a good shortcut using this oil extractor. We take the tube that comes with the Briggs and Stratton kit. Let's take off the cap right here, real quick here. We stick our tube in there, it fits perfectly. Look at that, it fits, okay? So we just saved ourselves about 12 bucks right there, okay? So let's go back to our kit and let's check out the rest of the items here. So we got our tube, all right? Let's open up the whole kit and let's check it out. We got our main bottle where the power steering fluid is going to go into. It's got two caps, this cap, and there's going to be a cap up here, and I think this is where the tube goes. So let's go ahead and check it out. Let's put one end of the tube inside right here. Let's stick it in. It's got to be a really super tight fit, and it is. It's a very tight fit. It's not supposed to leak any air or let air come through it. That's the way it creates that vacuum, okay, guys? Also, now let's take out the top part. The top part is the suction pump, okay? So let's go ahead and turn it clockwise on here. We want it to be really tight. We don't want to cross thread it either, so let's make sure it goes on at the proper angle, and let's tighten it. Okay, so if I pump it right now, it should create a suction. So if I stick my thumb right here, I should feel something. Yep, I can start feeling the suction. If I place my thumb right here, I wouldn't be able to pull this up that easily. Yeah, I could totally feel it. Okay, so what's the next step here, guys? Look at that. It also comes with a funnel. The kit comes with a funnel, so when you can pour power steering fluid inside your power steering reservoir, your canister inside your car. Okay, so it comes with this also. Wow, it's saving you a lot of money so far, right? So let's hope this thing works. If you guys are wondering, like, how does this thing work? The only reference I could actually make it to is probably if any of you have a penis pump like this one, it creates the same type of vacuum, right? All you have to do is just pump it up right here. As long as you don't let air come in here, right? You close it up and you create this vacuum, and it just pumps and pumps and pumps and pumps and extracts. And I guarantee you guys, within 1 year, you're going to gain about 3 inches. Guaranteed. I can prove it to you. Really good product. It's called the Gorilla 2000. Okay, I'm back at the car, guys. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to find your power steering reservoir right here. It clearly states power steering fluid, okay? Go ahead and turn it counterclockwise. Take off the lid. Make sure you don't spill any. If your dog takes a sip of this, he'll die the very next day. I kid you not. Speaking from experience, I'm on my 12th dog. You take the tube from your Briggs and Stratton pump. You take the tube and you put it inside your power steering reservoir, just like this. You stick the whole thing in. Once the tube is all the way in, you're going to want to take that blue pump handle and you're going to want to start pumping until you start seeing power steering fluid extract out of there. Let's check it out. Let's see if this piece of shit works. Whoa, there you go. You guys seeing this? Are you guys seeing this? It's coming out. Look at that. It's working. Nice. All right, you're gonna have to wanna find some way to hold the tube down, maybe with a piece of tape or something, because it's gonna move on you, or use two people. Look at this. This is great, guys. It is working just like it said it would. I'm loving it. So I'm gonna try to pump everything out of here. And the reason why, oops, my bad, came out. And the reason why I want to pump everything out is because I'm going to be disconnecting this top hose, okay? There's going to be two hoses that goes inside your power steering reservoir. It's going to be this top hose and you're going to have a bottom hose over there. I'm going to disconnect this top hose. For me to disconnect this top hose, I'm going to have to drain the fluid all the way below the line of this top hose so nothing spills out when I disconnect it. Okay, so that's what I'm attempting to do right now. So if you look in the canister, it looks pretty empty, even though the outside shows black. I think that's from the stain of the power steering fluid still attached to the side of the walls of the reservoir. Okay, so don't worry about that. Just look inside, get a feel for it, pump it up, and if nothing comes out, it's pretty much empty. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the next step, guys. All right, after you're done extracting all of your oil out of your reservoir, you're going to want to close up the cap. You don't have to close all the way, just leave the cap on so you don't get debris in there. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take a pair of small pliers. I'm going to remove some of this hose right here. This hose is in the way. I don't like things that are in the way. So I'm going to go ahead, probably take off this clamp on this side, okay, and take it off here. Take off the clamp. Use the pair of pliers to jiggle it around. And then next, you want to take your hands and try to take it off completely. There you go. Now I'm going to want to move this hose out of the way. You got plenty of space. Now you know what hose I'm going to be removing. This one right here. This is my return line, okay? So I'm going to be removing this line, but first I'm going to want to pretty much protect everything that's down there just in case, So I'm going to lay a lot of towels down there, guys. All right, after you lay your towels, it doesn't matter what color towel it is, just depends on your mood. So my mood today is yellow. I'm feeling kind of gay today, guys. I just don't have hot pink on me. Take a pair of these pliers. You're going to want to disconnect this hose, the very top hose. You can't miss it, man. It's the very top one. If you know the difference between top and bottom, you're a freaking idiot, dude. You don't belong near a car, and you should get your little sister to be helping you out. Okay, so disconnect the top hose, guys. Just take the clamp off. Wow, this came off pretty easily. Okay, now you're going to want to jiggle it around until the hose comes completely off. Okay, next, guys, you're going to want to find some kind of cap, anything to cap this portion off. Okay, you can use like a pen cap or some kind of rubber nipple to clamp it off. I'm just going to use a tube that I cut off another roll of tube. You need something that's going to go over at least a ½ inch diameter, okay, outer diameter. And to pinch this off, I'm using one of these office supplies clips. I'm going to pinch it off to hold the fluid in there without it leaking. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that right now. Okay, I'm pinching it off right there so no fluids can come out. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and fill this reservoir up with power steering fluid. Next, you're going to go ahead and take your Dexron 2 or 3 and fill it to the top. Fill it all the way to the top of the reservoir. Keep going all the way to the top. Don't worry, you can extract them out if you overfill later on. Don't worry about it. Okay. Okay, next, you're going to get your Briggs and Stratton oil extractor, and you're going to get the end of the tube. The end of the tube is going to slide directly into the tube that you disconnected from the return line. This one. See this black rubber line? You are going to hook up this one, and it's a perfect fit, guys. That's why I love this unit. It's a perfect fit. I'm going to want to shove it in there pretty far because I want some kind of friction in order to create a vacuum. I want no air to escape. So right there, it's pretty stiff right now. I don't think any air is going to escape. So what I'm going to want to do right now is I'm going to want to go ahead and start pumping the handle, and let's see if oil starts coming out, okay? So let's check it out right now, guys. I'm going to start pumping. Keep going. It's working against gravity, but it's going. Now I'm looking at the color. It looks pretty brown and blackish. You guys see it? It's coming out. While it's coming out, you want to keep an eye on your reservoir because it's going down. While it's going down, and if your color is still brown, you want to keep filling your reservoir up with your brand new red fluid. Okay, just keep doing this until all the brown fluid is gone. Okay, so now I notice my reservoir is empty. I'm going to want to keep pouring some more in there. Keep pouring some more until my reservoir is full again. And now keep pumping. I'm going to want to keep pumping until my reservoir goes down and I start seeing red fluid coming through my lines. Okay, guys? So the goal is to get red fluid through my system and get rid of this brown fluid. That's my goal. And once I start seeing red, I'm going to keep going because I want every ounce of that black fluid out of here. Now you see the fluid. You guys looking at the fluid right now? Look at the fluid, guys. It is looking incredible. At this point, right here, I already see that the fluid is pretty much bright red already. Can you guys see the fluid? It's bright red. That means it already went through my whole entire system. That means if I want to, I can go ahead and close up the cap right now so I don't have to keep filling up my reservoir. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and top off my reservoir with the correct amount of fluid, okay? So right now, I'm going to go ahead and top it off to the right levels. I'm going to pinch off my tubing right here. Oh, I forgot to tell you, your Briggs and Stratton comes with a clamp also, so you can cut off the supply anytime you want to just by munching down on this. Okay, let me get a pair of pliers. Get a pair of pliers, chomp down on this, and you're cutting off your supply of vacuum right there. Okay, so once the supply of vacuum stops, it's not going to start sucking oil up anymore. So I'm going to want to top this off at its proper level. Keep going until you're at the proper level. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and want to start unplugging my tube. I don't need any more red fluid in there, guys. I think I'm about done right now. I'm going to want to start unplugging it. So at this point, I'm going to want to take off my red tube, right? Take it out. There you go. The vacuum just sucked everything into the canister. I'm going to leave my tube right here where the funnel is, just so I don't create a mess. Leave it right in there. I'm going to take my clear tube, the one that I plugged it up with. I'm going to disconnect it. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect it, and I'm going to put the black tube on immediately, okay? So when I disconnect this, I'm going to put my finger in there just so I don't let anything come out once I put my finger in there, I'm going to take the black tube and I'm going to plug it in immediately. Okay, let's go ahead and do that now, just so nothing comes out. I can go ahead and plug in the black tube as soon as I can here. I'm going to take my pair of pliers. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this. Go ahead and take my pliers and move the clamp up. Once I move the clamp up, what I'm doing is I'm securing the black tube, the stock OEM tube, back on. Okay, there you go. Once I secured my black hose on there, I'm going to go back to my reservoir and make sure that the fluid level is good to go. Okay, so you know you got two levels, right? You guys got two levels. You guys got your cold min and max, and you got your hot min and max. My car's been sitting overnight, so I got to follow the code. Right now, it's right in the middle between min and max, and that's where I want it to be. Is it going to stay there? I don't know. I'm going to start the engine, move the power steering left and right, and then go back and check it. Okay. Okay, remember that black hose that we disconnected just for access? We're going to want to plug that back up when we start the car. We don't know what this thing's going to do. You know, your car might blow up and you guys might blame it on me and then sue me for everything I got. So let's go ahead and dry it up around here while you guys have a lot of access, right? You got a lot of room right here to do some cleanup while you can, okay? So let's go ahead and put this hose back where it belongs. Let's bring this clamp back up here and then just plug this hose back in. Okay, let's lock in this clamp. You're pretty much already done at this point. Now you're just going to go check fluid levels. Make sure that the entire fluid level went through your system. Am I doing this because I started hearing whining noises and weird stuff and my power steering is failing? No, absolutely not. This is just a proactive way of maintaining my car. My car is 3 years old now, and the fluid is starting to get brown, blackish, and I just decided, hey, here's a good opportunity. And plus some of you nuts commented and said, hey, Bobby, can you guys do a power steering flush? I'm like, fuck, man. Like I got nothing better to do? All right, I'll do it. So let's go ahead and check the fluid one more time. There it is, between the min and max on cold. And let's go start the car. Okay guys, I went in and started my car. I turned the steering wheel left and right about 10 times. The fluid level is holding and it's looking good and it's sounding better than ever. All right, you guys want to go listen to my car one more time? Let's go inside. You hear it? No whining, no weird noises, and the steering wheel is perfect. I can even turn this thing with my skinny arms. Look at that. And it sounds nice. Sounds beautiful, guys. Let's go check out the fluid one more time. I just want to double check, guys. There it is. Right between the min and max on cold level. Once the engine warms up, it should go into the hot side.
24 hours later.
So what's good about this Briggs and Stratton oil extractor is once you're done, check this out. Once you guys are done, you can just unscrew this part right here. Just unscrew it, right? You could take the tube off, but I choose not to. And you could go ahead and dump it into any canister you want. Look at this. This is my old fluid, guys, mixed with some brand new ones that I ran through my power steering. And this canister right here will be ready for my next power steering flush or my transmission fluid or whatever I decide to use this for. That's what's good about this extractor. It's multi-purpose and you can use it for more than just, you know, your power steering. So let's take a look at the oil here. Look at that. That is my power steering oil, guys. All right. That's what I like to see.